Hello. Hi everybody. I might just like wait a little bit and let you guys get on. I know it was kind of like a last minute thing where I just said, I'm gonna be live. I think because I opened like 4 emails, one after another, that all were asking about cold market. So I just decided instead of like replying to each email and Facebook message and whatever, I would just go live about this topic because it's something that I think so many people struggle with and I'm pretty good at it. So I thought I would help you out and give you some free content and send you off on your merry way for the weekend. Pros on how to approach your cold market. So I don't know, is my face cut off by your little comment thing too? That's gonna get really annoying, hey? What should I do? Should I like sit on something? Maybe. Let me get a pillow, 1 second. Okay, let's see if this works because otherwise that's gonna be super annoying. Nope. Fucking problems of being short. Let's see if this works. That's better. Here we go. Problem solving 101. Pillows. Okay. Also, I thought you should know that I wait all week to wear my Friday shirt. So happy Friday. It makes me happy and it makes other people go, ugh. So I love it. All right, let's get started and let's start talking about cold market. So hopefully you know who I am already. My name is KATA. I'm obviously founder of KATA the Gen Y, business expert, KATA the brand. And what I do is I've been in network marketing for 5 years now. I'm 26. I'm basically focused a lot on Gen Y, right? So Gen Y is sort of like 18 to 30-year-olds. It's a bit of a mindset, but it's basically people who are really high energy. They're sort of in that age group. They probably don't have kids yet, probably don't have a family. They love traveling. They love expendable income. They love freedom. They love just being and owning who they are. They can see that there's something more in life, full of energy, but perhaps don't have a lot of people that understand them. Usually you guys are already in business, usually network marketing, and probably you either have uplines who are in the older demographic, or you are an older demographic upline or sponsor, and you have a younger team and you don't really know how to communicate to them properly. You don't know how to motivate them. You don't understand why we don't pick up our phone and why we text and why we're always stuck to freaking Instagram, but that's just where we're at as a generation. So these are the people that I work with, and these are the people that I guide and I coach, and I basically teach you guys how to run your business more effectively, more efficiently, more authentically, and basically how to get better results from being who you are. So that's sort of what I specialize in. Everything that I do is all about authenticity. I don't do the bullshit. I don't do the fake shit. It's just like I am who I am, and I want you guys to be who you are. But I would also love for you to make a shitload of money from being who you are, leveraging whatever network marketing system you have. So I'm a big believer that network marketing is like the best tool out there. It's the fastest, most effective, most efficient way to create an income alongside what you're already doing. The fastest way to actually build you into the person that you need to be, to surround yourself with the right people. It's just the best tool to get to where you want to be. I don't believe in being obsessive about network marketing. I believe it is a tool that you can leverage to get your goals and dreams, and I believe you need to identify your goals and dreams outside of network marketing to avoid being that crazy, scary network marketing person. What my goal is, my big goal, is to make sure that people see network marketing in a different light. They see that it is actually a fucking awesome industry to be a part of, and that the negative experiences were just based upon somebody who just hasn't been coached properly. So that's sort of my big vision. It's why I, give a lot of free content, and why I sort of started this business is because I don't want to see people quitting network marketing. I don't want to see people bagging the industry. I want to see a lot more free people with, more financial success, and people that understand how to leverage this incredible industry to build the life and dreams they want, whatever that's in. So for me, I've been in network marketing 5 years. I have this business that I love, and I also have my passion project. It's called Wine Not. And it's a wine label that we're going to be launching hopefully sometime this year. So being in this industry can really give you whatever you want if you just understand how to use it. Now, a humongous part of your success in this business is all about how well you can build your client base and how well you can build your consultant base. Now, a lot of people think that network marketing is all about recruitment and it's all about bring as many people on as you can and that's how you're going to be successful. And I mean, ultimately, I guess, yes, sort of, because it is a numbers based. We get paid on product sales, right? We get paid on volume. So how many people in your organization is really important. But it's so much more important who those people are. A lot of the training I do is all about authenticity and figuring out who you are, what your brand is. If you've not yet done the 6 steps to awesomeness, I highly recommend that you do that. That's going to completely reset you, reset your business. You can just try the first week for like $14, which is like a glass of wine and a half. So try it, figure out who you are, figure out your brand, figure out where your blockages are, and move forward from there, right? So building big in this business requires you to be an excellent communicator. I am so against people leveraging and trying to jump on their friends, their family, and their what's called warm market, right? So your warm market is people you already know. And yes, you do need to connect with them, but only in order to find legitimate clients and consultants for your business. You have to remember you are an actual business. And if you were to open in any other industry, if you were to go buy a Subway franchise, or if you were to go buy, and you wanted to start your own beauty business, or you wanted to start your own gym, or whatever it is, would you go to all your friends and family and expect them to buy from you? Would you expect all of your friends to join your gym, even if they don't like the gym? Would you expect all of your family, even if they're all vegan and gluten-free, to eat at your Subway franchise? Like, you have to remember when you start your business, whatever company you're with, you're not gonna be relying on your friends and family. It's not gonna work. Your friends and family will buy something from you, but guys, you have to understand it's a pity purchase, and I won't let that happen. You don't want your network around you to feel guilty, to feel pressured. Do you know what you need your network for? Your friends, your family, your boyfriend, your husband. You need them to love you and to support you while you go out and build a legitimate business. So what I recommend is educating them. I know in my personal team, in our system with our company, we have what's called a business launch. So when you start as a new consultant, what will happen is your sponsor, your upline, will come and actually do a business launch for you. It's not a sales presentation. We ask you to get your friends and family there, and what will happen is I'll third party endorse you, I will show you it's a legitimate business, I will be there and stand beside my new consultant and show their friends and family that they're supported, they're not alone, I will be the proof for them, and I will explain how the business works. Now, it's not to try and get them on board, and yes, a lot of the time people do come on board from these events because they see the vision, they see the bigger picture, but it's a no pressure thing. But more importantly, they start to understand what their sister, daughter, girlfriend, friend, whatever, who my new consultant is about to go through and how the business will work. Straight away, that removes a lot of insecurity. It removes a lot of pressure. I tell them, I don't want you to buy from whoever. What I do want you to do is allow her to practice on you. We need guinea pigs. We need to be able to increase her confidence. We need to get her practicing, the script, practicing putting product on skin, practicing sharing the business. So I need you to be there and allow her to get better, because right now she sucks. Everyone who starts a business sucks. I sucked, when I started too. You only get better through practice. So what we need you, the friends and family, for is to allow her to practice. What we also need is while you're practicing and while she's practicing and while she's seeing, you guys are seeing how this business works, is I need you to start introducing my new consultant to people that you think would need her. People who, and I go through all the things. For me personally, I work with a vegan skincare, nutrition, and personal care brand. People that are vegan, people that don't know how to apply their makeup, people that maybe need a little bit of girl time, need to get out of the house, people who have problem skin, people who love to learn about ingredients, people who love prestige products. So I will tell my new consultants network who she needs to meet, who she needs as clients and who she needs as consultants. So when she goes for these practice sessions, they're already thinking and they've already invited people from their networks who my consultant can now network with. So success in network marketing is about getting into your cold market as quickly as possible, building relationships as quickly as possible, getting really great at listening, communicating, and offering your business, and networking. It's called network marketing, guys, because it's about building a net and working it. You can't survive in network marketing off your warm market, and so many people try to. What they're told is, go do this launch, get all your friends and family on board, recruit them all, get them all to buy product. And they will. We can all do that. Anyone can pressure anyone to buy fucking anything. But once they do, what happens is you'll elevate in your business and you get really excited. You're like, yay, I hit the first level of management. And then what will happen is you go, well, fuck, now what? You know, most of the messages I get from you guys are that fuck, now what message? Where you've gone, I've been doing this business for like 2 years. I hit the first level of management and I don't know what to do now. Of course you don't. Because you haven't even started fucking running your business yet. You haven't started networking. You don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to identify a cold market. You haven't actually built a legitimate client base. Your friends and family supported you and now they can tap out and be like, good luck with that business, right? You've started it all wrong. So cold market is so important to get good at from the get-go, right? So the first part is leveraging that launch and leveraging that I need to practice, I need to meet people. And it's quite okay to go and say to people, look, I've started this new business. These are the kinds of people I need to meet. Do you know anybody? It's so much easier going to your friends and family asking that, do you know anybody? I don't want to put pressure on you. I don't want to put pressure on mum, but I need to meet these kinds of people to build my client base. Ask your friends that. They're more than happy to recommend people to you. But when you ask, you have to be specific. Don't say, oh, do you know anyone who would want to be a client? Like, what the fuck does that mean? Say no. Do you know anyone who? And then identify really specifically the kinds of people you want to work with. So for me, I'm like, okay, look, say we're launching into a new country. I'd tap into one of my friendship networks. Hey, look, I know you're not interested in the business, but I'm also about to launch into a new country. And I'm looking for a very specific leader. I'm just looking for one person who I'm going to be able to work with and train and coach, who I'm going to be able to help establish their business in this new country. I only work with people who are really kind-hearted, really good with people. They have to be self-motivated. So I have to see they've done something in the past, like they can actually drive themselves, because I'm not going to be there to push them, and that's not what I'm looking for. I need somebody with grit. So I need to see somebody that's gone through a lot of adversity. I need to see someone that's hungry. So somebody that wants something. Do you know anybody like that? They also have to like me. You know what I'm about. You know, I know you've known me for a long time. So we have to be able to work together. Do you know anybody? When you ask specifically and you allow people to think like that, you tell them how to think. You say, look, what about anyone from work, anyone through your family, anyone that maybe you've come across in your travels, anyone on your Facebook, anyone you go to church with. When you ask them specific questions, it helps them think about who they know for you. And straight away, that's opening up new networks for you. So I'm just going to pause there and go back and see if any of you guys have any questions. Hey everybody. Hey Rochelle. Hey Adam. Hey Alice. Hey Sherry. Hey Caitlin. Hey Melissa. Where did I get this t-shirt? I don't know. I've had it for a while. Right, yay. Hey Robin. Hey Jane. Hey Elise. Hey Susan. Hey Belinda. Hey Laura Jane. Hey Shona. Belinda, yes. KATA, thank you. I need more me's, not just anyone. Yes. Never ever cast your values aside. Yes. You don't want to work with anyone. Just remember that you get to pick who you work with. Like, why would you pick bottom feeders? I know that sounds mean, but so many people in network marketing go for the people who are like, save me, and they're struggling. And to be fair, sometimes they do need a chance. But more often than not, if they're an adult and they're still fucking flailing, that's their life choice, guys. You have to remember, you won't succeed in network marketing unless your mindset is really strong. So if you're picking people that have never even looked at any type of mindset work, they're not even conscious, they don't read books, they're not even aware of anything, the work that they're going to have to put into their business before they even get to be able to like move their business forward is huge. So if you're bringing on these kinds of people who are just really sad all the time, and they're big drains on the, you know, on just everything in life, and they are broke and they're unhappy and they're in a shitty relationship, more often than not, I'm going to be honest with you, it's because they've chosen to be there. So what they're going to do is latch onto you as a leader in network marketing. They'll try for a bit, but they're not going to be willing to do the self-growth and the self-learning required to get themselves to a place where people are going to want to join them, so they're going to be attractive to then increase their business. So what you'll find is you're going to bring on all these people, they're going to drain you, they're going to go nowhere, or they're going to take like 5 years to get to the point where they can actually start running their business. So pick people up there, like always, like pick people who you admire, you respect, pick people who you'd like to do life with, you'd like to go on holidays with. Stop picking the bottom feeders, because they're the ones that quit anyway. It's going to be too hard for them and they're going to fuck your reputation, so don't worry about them. Angie, many start there and then you have to grow and expand beyond that. Yeah, totally true. Hey Georgia, hey Kaylin, hey Jordan, hey Boo Boo, hey Ashley, hey Angie, hey Renee. Yeah, okay, awesome. So I'm going to move on to talking about how to actually meet new people. So we've spoken about your launch and how you would tap into your existing networks to meet new people. Now let's talk about if you've already launched and if you're sort of in a bit further of a position of your business and you just don't know where to find people. Or let's say you've moved to a new country or a city or a state, you don't really know anybody. Let's say you feel like you've, run through all your people. So the best thing I ever started implementing into my business regarding cold market prospecting, and let me tell you a story, the reason I started getting good at cold market prospecting is because I felt like that too. When I launched my business, I had huge success really early on. So I did a business launch. I had 20 people at that launch. Out of that, 16 people booked an appointment with me. So that means straight away I got into activity. I got 16 chances to practice and to meet people and to build a client base. And I had 4 consultants join me pretty much within my first few months. So I was off to a flying start. Sidetrack, I also lost all that business because I had no leadership skills and I got a huge ego thinking, oh God, this is so easy. So they all quit. Anyway, side note. And then the rest of my network was completely unsupportive. I had people say to me, look, Kata, I love you, but I don't want you to ever talk to me about your business. I'm not interested. I don't care about the products. I don't care about the business. Just don't. So I was pretty much locked out of my network. I was in a relationship at the time where he said to me, I don't want you to mention that word around me. I don't want you to talk to my friends. I don't want you to talk to my family about it. Do not mention your business when you're with me. Can you imagine that being a relationship? How fucking hard. Anyways, everything for a reason. So I was left with no option but to go and meet completely new people. And this completely terrified me. Like, give me a little hands up emoji if it terrifies you to think about meeting new people, to think about cold market prospecting, to think about talking to a random, to think about what you would say, or if you've tried it before and you've absolutely freaked out. So just put a little hands up emoji for me if you've ever been in this situation. Or a little, love heart or a like or something. Because if it's just me, I'm just going to turn this thing off straight away. Okay, yep, yes, okay, good. I can see you guys can relate. Excellent, perfect, yep, good. You've all been in this situation. And you've been told to like go out and like cold market prospect and you're like, what the actual fuck is that? How do I do that? And then like no one ever knows. Like everyone always says, oh, go cold market. And you're like, I don't know how to do that. And somehow no one seems to know how to do it. Okay, you could use help with what to say. Yep. Okay, perfect. All right, cool. So that's where I was at. And I was stuck in my business at that stage because like I said, I jumped 2 levels straight away and then I was frozen because everybody quit and I was like, I had no skills at all. So I created a challenge for myself and I put it up on my wall, and for 30 days, every single day, I had to go out and I had to meet 2 new people. Now, I didn't attach a result to it. I didn't say I need 2 new people to inquire about my business, or I need 2 new people to take a sample, or to book in an appointment, or to join me, or to anything. I didn't attach a result to it. I just needed to get in the consistent activity and the habit of talking to random people because it was so beyond what my comfort zone was, and it was so beyond my normal daily habits, right? So at that stage, I was still working. I think I was working part-time at that stage, so 3 days a week, and I was running my network marketing business. And I had a rule that I was not allowed to go to bed until I'd met 2 new people. And because I was kind of nervous to do this, and I didn't really want to fuck up my reputation because I had a huge ego and I really cared about what people thought about me at that stage, what I decided to do is I decided to drive every single day to a random area of Canberra where no one knew me. And I figured, well, if I fuck it up, like, no one knows who I am anyway. I'm never going to come back here, so who cares? So hot tip, if you're feeling nervous, go somewhere where you don't know anybody. And what I would do to get started is I would walk around like the shopping centers, like the malls, if you're in the States. And I figured this was a really good place to go because people who work in retail, and I used to work in retail, so I'm allowed to say this, generally fucking hate their job. Or they're there because they're going to make money out of it, but they generally don't really, really love what they're doing. Also, if they work in retail, they have one job, and that's to say hello. So I figured I'm at least picking people that are going to give me some kind of in. Strategic, I know, but it worked. So I would go into these stores and I would just practice. And originally, all I would practice is just making eye contact and smiling. So step one, if you've never cold market prospected, find somewhere to go, walk in, just make eye contact and smile. And maybe this is new for you. Maybe that's putting you out of your comfort zone. But break it down and just start somewhere. Eye contact, smile. If they engage with you, and here's what I learned, this whole cold market prospecting is a step-by-step thing. So if someone's engaging with you, you continue. As soon as someone disengages or they're not interested or they kind of fob you off or they're not very nice, walk away. You don't need them. Do you want someone in your business who is not already in love with people, who is not already a great communicator, who doesn't really give a shit to say hello? Do you want someone in your business that if they're working their job right now and they don't care about that, how much do you think they're going to care about their own business? How are they going to present themselves? So I used to work in recruitment. I worked in a recruitment agency and my job was to hire people and match them with public service jobs, right? I ran a humongous executive assistant recruitment pool of hundreds and hundreds of people, and I would vet them. So I've maintained that mindset with my business. I vet the people who I want to work with, and I look at all the things that they are and how they present, and I think about how they would put that not only into their business, but how they would represent me. So remember, when you're meeting people, bringing people on, communicating, doing anything, you're actually representing your own agency. You're representing you. You are the head of it and you are what people see, but other people who join you are also now represented by you and represent you. So pick these people carefully. So I'll go into these retail stores, I would smile and make eye contact. Now, if that person blatantly ignored me, or like just, I would walk around the store for like 3 minutes. If they did not come say hello to me, I would leave. That was my rule. But if I walked in, that person was like, hello, how are you? I was like, perfect. I can now move on to step 2, which is actually contact. This sounds so funny. It sounds like Mission Impossible. It kind of felt like it at the time. So the next thing that I would do is make some kind of contact. I had 2 ways that I would do this. The first way was a compliment. And when I say compliment, I mean sincere compliment. Don't go complimenting someone's shoes if you think they're freaking ugly, because it's just not sincere. So pick people who you're attracted to. So if I walked into this store and this girl had amazing shoes, I would tell her, oh my gosh, can I just say, I love your shoes. And again, they'll react in one of 2 ways. One, they'll go, oh, thanks, and walk off. Not for you. You don't want that chick in your business. Or 2, she'll go, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And she might continue the conversation or whatever. In which case you say, wow, like, they're so beautiful. Like, where did you get them? Like, I love shoes. And you would start some kind of conversation. Now, I think a lot of people freak out about cold market because they think, again, they're results driven. So they're like, okay, where do I put the business? Where do I put the business? Mate, slow down. You just met this person. It's like so many people say, you're not going to ask the first person you meet to marry you. Like, chill out. Just get to know this person. Listen to them, feel their vibe out. Once you've started talking to them, your job is to ask intelligent questions, to learn more about them and listen. Do not even think about offering this business or offering your product to somebody unless you know exactly how it can help them. And sometimes you may never get there. Sometimes this whole conversation may not lead anywhere, and that's okay. Sometimes this conversation may get to a point where it just feels awkward to keep going, so don't. Sometimes this conversation will be free flowing, and sometimes you might have to direct it. But remember, there's 2 of you that are a part of this. So it's a 2-way street. Remember when you started your business, were you looking for something? Were you open to this? Did you actually like the person who approached you? Like, why would you join someone's business if you don't like them? So remember, the person you're talking to is currently vetting you as well. They're thinking, oh, you know, she's nice, or we're the same, or we could be friends, or, you know, they don't know what you're thinking about. Like, they just feel a vibe. So go in with the intention of just meeting people. When you do that, the conversation will flow a lot easier. So giving a compliment is one. The second one is answering with like a positive, what's the word? A transformational word. Or asking a question, right? So if the girl was kind of like, oh, you know, hey, how are you? As they all have to do in retail. And I'm like, I am amazing. That's what I'd say. I am amazing. And I would pause and look at them. Do you know how many people wander around every day just blah? Like, what do you say when people are like, how are you? Do you say, oh yeah, I'm good, thanks, how are you? There's no one, that's not even an emotion. That's just a standard response, right? Nothing used to frustrate me more at work when I would walk in and be like, good morning, how are you? And they go, oh, I'm here. Like, oh God, and I feel like going home already. So using a transformational word, and that's a word that connects with you, that when you say that word, you feel empowered, you feel strong, you feel positive, and it's gonna make people stop in their tracks, because who on a Monday at 11 o'clock that is in a random shopping center feels amazing? Freaking no one. So when you say that to that person, I am fabulous, or you know what? I am having the best day, or you know what? I am really freaking happy today. Like, it's going to shock these people. It's going to snap them out of their, normal daily haze. And this works everywhere, by the way. And they're going to ask, oh, why? It's natural. The first thing I'll say is, oh, why? And that's your opportunity to connect. Say, you know what? I've just started this new business and I am loving it. Please don't ramble and rant. They don't care. They've just asked why you're happy. So answer the damn question. You know what? I've just had a really relaxing morning today and I'm just feeling really good. Well, you know what? I worked my ass off for the last 3 years and I finally got to retire my job. And I'm just loving living every day. Or you know what? I had a really bad day yesterday, but with all the work that I've been doing on my mindset, my business partner called me and she made me feel so good today. So tell them honestly, why are you happy? I think so many times we don't think about what we're saying, and quite often we'll actually communicate what we're thinking about instead of answering their question. And to be fair, I use this technique a lot when answering questions to actually tell them whatever I want to tell them, but it's conscious. So when you're answering questions, are you conscious or are you unconscious? When I'm in prospecting mode, which is like all the time, let's be honest, if someone asks me any question, what I will straight away think of is, okay, what do I want this person to know? How can I open up a new line of questioning? How can I put this person's mindset into a state where they want to know more? What can I say to get them to respond with something that's going to give me more information so I can then lead them into the business? So when you're communicating, be mindful of what you're saying. Don't just say, oh, good, thanks. You've shut off the conversation. Like, where do you go from there? You know what? I'm having an amazing day. I'm just feeling so energetic. Like, I've just been trying this new protein shake. It's freaking delicious. How's your day? So that's the next phase. Ask them something back. So with their shoes, oh, they're so beautiful. Thank you so much. Hey, where did you get them from? Or, you know what? I love shoes. Are you a shoe person as well? Or if it's their hair, oh my gosh, I'm looking for a new hairdresser. Who's your hairdresser? Like, ask them a question. Or if, you've said my day's amazing, how's yours? Like, has it been quiet today in? How's yours? Are you just starting your shift? How's yours? Like, are you the only one in the store today? How's yours? Do you love working in retail? So ask them a question back that will allow you to learn something about them. So how are you going? I'm going to break it down just a little bit. Erin, yes. Hey Lou, hey Kim. Hey Kim. Hey Belinda, you're loving this. Excellent. Hey Karina, Jordan. Yay. Are you learning stuff and things? Tell me so far. We're going to call a little break here. What have you learned so far? What stuck with you? Just before I move on to building the relationship and getting contact details and closing. There's a fair bit to it, so I know like putting it all on a live is a little bit ambitious. Hey Christy. Nice ideas. Okay, great. This is so good. Excellent. Good, good, good. I'm glad you're getting some value. Anything that you've heard that's like made you click and gone, oh shit, I should or shouldn't do that so far? This is only just actually making the intention and actually like meeting the person. Be positive, ask about them. Yep. Transformational replies. Perfect. Good. Good, good, good. Yay, Christy, I'm happy you caught this as well. And you can always go back and watch the replay. Melissa just had an aha moment about talking to new people and how simple it can be. Yes, you just say hello. It's amazing. I pick up people. So to be fair, so the scenario I'm telling you was when I first started practicing this. Now that I've been doing it for like 4 years, I pick up people everywhere. My biggest place, the best place that I meet people is where I am most comfortable. Don't judge me, but it's at the bar. I meet so many new prospects while I'm out socially, while I'm at the bar or I'm at a club, like when I'm dancing. Girls' bathrooms are amazing. So you will start to use what I'm teaching and you'll end up putting it into where you're comfortable, whether it's mothers groups, walks around the lake, fitness, gym, you know, so many places you can use what I'm teaching you and put it in. Angie, don't focus on results straight away. Yep, awesome. Stacy, never knew what to say beyond the usual I'm good. Great advice, excellent. Jordan, not being attached to the outcome, wonderful. Renee, how you don't attach a result to it. Yep. It removes the fear. When your only goal is just to meet people, it completely removes the fear, and what will happen is you'll actually go and do it. Whereas when there's a result there, you'll actually freak yourself out. So there's the comfort zone, nothing happens there, we know that. Courage zone and the terror zone. The terror zone is basically a place where you're pushed so far out of your comfort zone that you're so terrified you don't move, you freeze. And what we often do in our head is push ourselves out of the comfort zone, past the courage zone, out to the terror zone, where nothing happens either. So what you need to do is, if you're avoiding a part of your business, you need to put yourself back in the courage zone. Courage zone is still uncomfortable, but you can actually act within that space, especially if you have guidance, you know what to do, and you're taking little steps. So if you're not meeting people because you've put this idea of meeting new people in cold market into the terror zone, just take it back a little bit. Don't worry about the result firstly, and just have the goal of meeting people. When you do that, you're more likely to actually do it. And what will happen is, as you start to do that, you'll get better and better and better at it, which means that you'll actually start to act more results driven. But in the beginning, just start somewhere. So amazing. Notes taken in the middle of the shops. I love that, Erin. Hey, Alyssa. Just be real. Transformational replies. Yes. All about the energy and being in a happy mindset. Yes. Do you add to Facebook? I think you've said that before. Yes, I will get to that part shortly, Angie. Jane, night bar, bathrooms for sure. Yep. You meet people wherever you are normally. I've never been to a club meeting to go. I highly recommend them. It's a good time. No, but really, do what you love, because when you're in your comfort zone, like physically speaking, you're more likely to be relaxed, and people are attracted to relaxed and happy people. So if you've put yourself in a situation, like, tell you for an example, I used to go to networking events, right? Like women in heels, breakfasts and stuff like that. I was like, I'm going to meet so many people, but I felt so fucking uncomfortable there. And I just kind of looked around and I was like, this is just a room full of wankers. No offense, I'll probably speak at these events someday. But I used to look around and just be like, oh, everyone here just wants other business. They're just here to hustle. They all kind of feel semi-insecure, kind of desperate. Like, it's not my people. So when I would network, it was just a waste of time. But when I started to relax and actually just go to the places that I loved, and I would represent me, I love going to dinners, I love wine, I love dancing, I love meeting new people, I love being at the beach, I love going for coast walks. When I started doing those things and being on at that time, I would start to meet these people around me who also loved what I did. When I started to travel and promote that on my social media, when I started to take booty shots and not care what people said about my butt, like stuff like that attracts other people who like you. And you have to remember that you kind of want to work this business with people who actually like you. You don't want to have to convince your own team to follow you, to like you, to be inspired by you. They're going to choose to follow you because you're authentic to who you are. And again, in my 6 steps to awesomeness, the very first week, I will not let you progress. And P.S., you can actually try just that first week, like the entire first week, which is a full hour, and it breaks down like in great detail who you are, who your brand is, what you need to be doing, the stuff you need to cut out of your life, the things you need to focus on. I help you find your strengths. I help you find direction. I help you find your why. So if you've not done the 6 steps to awesomeness yet, you can just try the first week and see if it's for you. To be fair, I redo it all the time. I watch my own videos. How funny is that? But that's the first step in all of this, is actually really tapping into your true self, your authenticity, who you are. Renee, I think if you just do you, and do the things you already love doing, it will come naturally without all the unnecessary pressure. Yes, absolutely. That is exactly right. There is 7 billion people in this world. You don't need to look for anyone. You just need to do you and do your life, but be aware and have these connective moments. Have conversations with people. Jordan, your 6 steps to awesomeness truly changed my life. Yay! I'm so happy to hear that, Jordan. Aww. Thanks for that. Okay, so let's go back to pretending we're in a retail store. We've connected with somebody. We've said hi if they said hi. They've asked us how we are, or we've given them a compliment, and we've given them a transformational word, and we've started a conversation, right? So this is where we're at right now. What you're trying to do, Lindsay, I met you in a club. See, it works. That's so funny. Probably half the people on my Facebook I've met in clubs, bars, or bathrooms. In all honesty. Yeah, I am who I am. Okay, so what you're going to try and do from here on is actually get to know that person. You're trying to extract as much information about that person to see if and how you can help them with your business. So you're going to start asking smart questions and you're going to start listening. So my favorite question, which is just so easy to ask from anyone who works in any type of job, is do you work here full time? This works with waitresses, this works with retail, basically anyone. The first thing I say to them after we've connected is I go, hey, so do you work here full time? And they answer, because it's not a weird question. Usually they're like, oh, you know, yeah, I do. I know I'm part-time, in which case I'll say, oh, what do you do with the rest of your time? Like, it's not creepy. It's just like, you know, inquisitive. Like we're in, you know, having lunch or we're in a retail store and just having a conversation. And usually these people are super unappreciated and they're bored, right? Do you work here full time? Yeah, I do. My next question is always, and I always like say it with such love and light, oh my God, do you love it? Now, generally speaking, no one loves their job. Generally speaking, there are a few that absolutely adore it, and I'll tell you how to deal with that too. But usually if I ask somebody in retail or somebody who's my waitress, do you love your job? They'll say, well, no, not really. And I was like, oh, what is it you'd rather be doing? Or what's your real passion? Or what do you really love? And they'll say, actually, and the thing is, before they can think about, that's a weird question, so when you ask a question from the brain, it will automatically start to solve the problem. So when you ask a question, it's so powerful exactly what you ask, because you can actually open up that person's brain into thoughts that they might not have been thinking before. They might not have thought about the fact that they really don't like their job, right? They might just be in their daily routine. They might not have thought about what their passion is. They might not have thought about any of that. And so I actually had a conversation with a girl who ended up joining my team a couple years ago, where I sat and I was like, you know, well, what would you rather be doing? Like, if you could do anything in the world, what would you do? And she said to me, actually, to be honest, I really want to be in real estate and I would love to travel the world. And then I said to her, so what's stopping you? And she goes, well, money. So, well, what's stopping you from getting the money? She goes, well, I'm working here. I said, oh, and you don't love this job, do you? Hey. She's like, no, I don't. And I was like, well, are you looking for something else? Like, are you looking at a second job? Are you looking at another way to make an income? Like, are you making progress towards your goal? She was like, well, I'm not really. And I said, oh, that sucks. And this is where I've now figured out enough about her that I can open up my business. Now, you might have conversations with people and you're like, do you work here full time? And they're like, yeah. And you're like, do you love it? And they're like, nah. And you're like, okay, well, you know, what would you do? Like, if you could do anything, what would you do? And they might be like, oh, I don't know. They're not your people. Don't push it. This is where people go from actually having a conversation to being a weirdo. Learn when their energy is not congruent to yours and walk away, go to the next place, meet somebody else, right? You want people who are actually open-minded. They're thinking, they can have a conversation, like they're actually thinking about what they love, like they're communicating back to you. So remember, any one of these stages, you may need to cut the conversation and be like, you know what? It was really great chatting to you. Like, thank you so much for, you know, being so nice to me. Have a great day. If it doesn't feel right, walk away, right? You're looking for the people who are open to conversation. Remember, who's going to represent your business. Okay. Can anyone tell me why on the phone I can't see any of the comments from anyone else? It must be a setting that I can't find. You just need to swipe right, I think. I think for you guys, you swipe right and that opens up all the comments. Okay. Cool. So when you're asking people, I ask different questions. So do you work here full time? Do you love it? What would you rather be doing? Are you studying? What are you studying? That's amazing. You know, what is it that you want to do with that? Like, what's your big dream and what's your passion? Like, that's awesome. Like, I remember, and this is where I start to relate. Oh my God, I remember when I was working full time and I was in exactly the same shoes as you. And like, I love my job and stuff, but I had no idea what was possible. So I'll start dropping just little comments, little hints. If they've not asked about me yet, usually they'll come apart in the conversation where they'll turn around and go, so what do you do? Which is perfect. But if they don't, I'll start dropping little hints. Like if they're like, oh yeah, I would just love to travel. I'd say, oh my God, I remember feeling exactly like you. Before I started my business, I had no idea how much fun it would be traveling the whole world and actually having the money to do that. So I'll drop little comments in there to see what they'll actually pick up on. Now, if I'm dropping little comments and they're not picking up on it, see ya. But if they're like, wait, you traveled the world, how did you do that? This is where, so these little invitations, when they start to ask questions back, these are invitations for more information. I will never tell people the information unless they're actually interested, unless they're asking. So remember, not everybody is for you, okay? Andrew, some people want change, others likely aren't experiencing it because they aren't even looking. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, so let's say that the conversation's gone really well. You've learned about this girl. She works in retail. She works here full time. She's also studying psychology. She doesn't really like her job. She loves the fact, other questions that I ask, well, what do you love about your job? What's your favorite part about your job? Like, what do you not like about it? So I'm asking questions. So she's told me that she actually really loves people. She really loves getting to talk to people all day long. She wishes she could travel more, and she wishes she could move out of home. So now I have a little bit of information about her. So let's say she turns around and goes, well, what do you do? Like, how come you're shopping at 11 o'clock on a Monday? I would just drop a little comment saying, oh, you know what? I run my own business. And we'll see what she says. Some people are like, okay, the end. Some people will be like, wow, that's awesome. In which case I would say something like, yeah, have you ever wanted to run your own business? Like, don't be like, have you ever wanted to run your own business? There's a difference between that and, yeah, like, have you ever thought about running your own business? So the way you communicate, the tone, the more relaxed you are. Hey, Mandy. The more relaxed you are, the better you can have a conversation. Remember, you're just getting to know this person. There is no results driven. You're just having a conversation. So please, for dear God, chill the fuck out, okay? If it doesn't work out with this person, you can always go back again the next day. Or there's 7 billion people in the world. No biggies. Take the pressure off. So let's say I've said to her, yeah, I run my own business. And she goes, oh my God, that's awesome. I'd say, oh, have you ever wanted to run your own business? She might say, yeah, I actually have. I'll say, well, why didn't you? And she'll tell me all the reasons she didn't. Oh, I didn't really know how to do it. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, the money, She'll give me all the stuff why she didn't. And I'll go, you know what? I completely understand. Like, I never actually thought about running my own business. I used to work, and this is where I'll start to tell her about myself now. She's given me an opening. She hasn't necessarily asked the exact question, but she's given me enough where I have something to leverage off to now tell her exactly what I want to tell her. And what I want to tell her is this. I completely understand where you're at. I used to feel the exact same way. I used to work full-time in public service, and I thought I was happy too. I worked, like, I was earning great money, but I wasn't really getting ahead, and I really wasn't pursuing my passion. But to be fair, I didn't know what my passion was. It's not till my dad got sick and I was presented with this business that I learned that you could actually follow someone. Like, I learned that there was a system, there were tools, like, you know, there were people who'd done it before me. All I had to do was, you know, copy paste essentially to run my own business. And what happened is I matched my full-time salary. I got to quit my job, and that's how I got to travel the world while still making income as I traveled. You know, enough information, but not too much. And she'll go, wow, that's amazing. Some people might go, oh yeah, cool. See ya. Next. Some people might go, wow, that's amazing. How do you do that? And this is where I would say, and this is so important because so many people I see that have these conversations fucking lie. And you can't. You're not an entrepreneur. So don't say, I'm an entrepreneur. You're not. You're in network marketing. Don't say, I'm a mummypreneur. You're not. You're in network marketing. What are the other fucking annoying things that I see all the time? I don't know, you guys come up with some really creative ways to say I'm in network marketing, and it's deceptive. It's deceptive, and when the person finds out you're in network marketing, they're gonna hate you. So just say to them, you know what? I leverage this network marketing business to get me to where I need to be. Or I leverage this network marketing business and I take the tools and all their training and the coaching and stuff, and I use it to actually get myself to where I wanna be. Just say the word network marketing somewhere, because otherwise you're going to get them interested. They're going to open the email, or they're going to look at the video, or they're going to come to a meeting, and they're going to feel deceived. Okay, so please be honest with people when you're communicating with them. Saying that, I would never open up the first line where they're like, oh, what do you do? Saying, I'm in network marketing, because they'll go, you're a fucking weirdo, see ya. If someone says, what do you do? I will tell them what I do. What I do is help people get from where they are to where they want to be. What I do is I educate people on safe ingredients in skincare and nutrients. What I do is one-on-one skin consultations with people who don't know how to look after their skin. That's what I do. How I do it is with network marketing. There's a difference. So when people ask, what do you do? And this is an entirely different training in itself. But when people ask you, what do you do? Tell them what you believe you do. Actually, I bring mothers together who might have had a hard time at home, and I allow them just to have some free time with each other. Actually, what I do is I help people apply their makeup to make them feel better about themselves. What I do is I go and I do one-on-one consultations with people, and I use these beautiful products to detoxify their bodies. Whatever you do, that's what you share. How you do it is with network marketing. So if you've said what you do, I get people from where they are to where they want to be. Actually, I work with people exactly like you who work full time but perhaps want to live a different life but don't know how. Actually, I work with people exactly like you who are studying but you also need the extra income but don't have the time to pick up another job. So you tell them what you do, what you do in that specific situation. If you know enough about them, you can tell them exactly what you do in order to help them. And this will change every single time you have a conversation with somebody, right? So you've said what do you do. Actually, I work with people exactly like you, Sarah, who you're working retail, like you're working really freaking hard, but you're not getting anywhere and you have these dreams and goals, but you don't know how to get there. And then they'll say to you, well, how do you do that? And this is where I say, you know what? I leverage a network marketing business. And what I do is I take the tools, the coaching, the system, and the support, and I teach you how to get into the right mindset. I teach you exactly where it's going to fit in your life. We sit down, we write a strategy. We work out exactly how to leverage that business to work alongside what you're doing to get you to where you want to be. Notice how I haven't gone into the compensation plan and I sell products and we do parties. I don't hate the word party. Like, you don't do parties unless there's like booze and there's balloons and there's a cake. It's not a fucking party. Like, what else do you do? Is it a consultation? What is it? It's not a freaking party. Anyway, personal rant. So when I tell them how, I give them a cover. They don't need to know the details. If they go, yeah, but how? That is my open invitation to say, you know what, babe, I really like, me trying to explain it right now to you is not going to be very efficient, but what I might do is actually send you a little information video. Would you be interested in that? And she'll say, yeah, definitely. Or you know what? It's actually going to take me way too long to try and explain to you now. I know you have work and I've got to go. But we've actually got an event on Sunday. Do you want to come with me? Like, it's basically just going to be, I'm going to be speaking about my story, sharing the business, and a few other people who you can sort of hear exactly how it works. 3 o'clock, are you available? We can go for a coffee or a wine afterwards. So if they ask more details, what's your next step? What are you going to offer them? Are you going to offer them an information video? Are you going to invite them to an event? Are you going to say, look, I don't have time to explain right now, but why don't we grab a coffee, or, you know, we can go for a walk around the lake maybe sometime next week and we can have a bit more of a chat about it. So don't tell them the information then. They don't need to know. It's just going to scare them. You're not going to be able to communicate it clearly, especially if you're new in business. You probably have no idea how your business works. So get their details and then arrange another time. So if they've said, yeah, actually, that would be great. My next step is always, no matter what we've talked about, I'll say, hey, here's my phone. Add yourself to my Facebook. That way you can stalk me out, make sure I'm not crazy. And send me a message just to remind me to send you that video, or send me a message just to remind you to give you the event details, or send me a message, you know, just to remind me so we can organize that coffee date. So I will get them on my Facebook immediately. Now, the reason I do that, 2 things. 1, I now have their contact details. 2, they can now suss me out. Remember, this is a 2-way street. So as much as I need to know them, they need to know me. And I'm very much about self-selection. I believe if I invite someone onto my Facebook and they don't accept, they've self-selected themselves out. I believe if I invite someone onto my Facebook and they look at all of my stuff and they're like, whoa, no, they've self-selected themselves out. Like, I am me, I am me, I am me, right? If they don't like it, we're not going to be able to work together anyway. The good news is if they do like it, they can start to do their research. They can stalk through things. They can look through who I am, how I run my team. And this is why what you put on your social media is so important. Week 3 in my 6 steps to awesomeness is all about social media. I go through my strategy of exactly what I post, how I post it, the psychology behind it. So there is a strategy to actually running your social media, and it's so important, especially if you're tapping into cold market, if you're traveling, if you're new in a city, in a state. It's so important what your image is on social media. So if you've not done my 6 steps to awesomeness, it's time to do that now to get your social media on point. So I add them to my Facebook. I say that to them, look, add yourself to my Facebook, and that way you can stalk me out, you can make sure I'm not a creep, whatever, and then we'll organize whatever. When they give me back my phone, little hot tip, I will discreetly screenshot so I remember who they are, right? Because I do this hundreds of times. So it's really easy to forget that person and not to follow up. But if it's in my screenshots, that will remind me to actually follow up with that person. So I've added them to social media, I've had a chat, they're interested in the business, cut it, say, you know what, it was so great to meet you, like I'm really excited. No, don't say excited. Excited is a shit word. It makes it seem like opportunity. Opportunity and excited are two words you should never use in these conversations. Keep it chill. Say, it was really great to meet you, like you've been so lovely. You know, I'll wait for your email and then I'll send you that information. So remember, you're chill, you're relaxed about this. You're not like, oh my God, I'm so excited for you to look into this. It's going to be so amazing for you, la la la. Like that's going to freak them out, okay? So just stay relaxed. Grab the details, screenshot it, perfect, walk away. Your next step from that is taking them through whatever process you have. So for my team, our process is send them an information video, right? And organize a date to follow up. If they've gone through those two, that's when I would add them to my tribe page for a week so they can watch the vibe of our Facebook group and our tribe. If they've done that, then we organize a time for me to answer any of their questions. If they've done that, I'll show them our actual Dropbox system, all exactly how it's going to work. If they've done that, I get them to choose what kind of consultant they want to be, business consultant or a product consultant. If they've done that, then we pick a date that they start and we move on with our process. But all of this starts here at this building relationship stage, and people may tap out at any stage of this. But I just want you to open up your networks, right? Remember, if someone adds you to Facebook and you post something and they like it, all their networks can now see that. So it's really important. If you're on Instagram, for example, and you're in business, it's so important for your Instagram to be public, not private. Once you're in network marketing, guys, you transition from being a normal human to a business owner. So you need to remember the persona that you're putting out there. Now, I could go up with this forever. Let me go back through the comments. Does anyone have any questions? Because I'm going to wrap it up. Hey, Fiona. Jane, amen. Network marketing is your vehicle to get what you want, help others get what they want. Exactly. Tell them what it can give them. Like, they don't need to know the how. They really don't. Not until they've started the business. Integrity in sales is most important. Yep. Hey, Zephy. Hey, Lauren. Amanda, you're amazing. You're amazing. Angie, tribe sounds interesting. What's that all about? So my tribe is basically my team. So I hate it, and I never use the word hate, but I hate it when people call their business partners their downline. I just think it's so shit. They're not your downline, they're your success line. But even more than that, there wasn't enough for me. So many people name their teams like their name. They're like, Sir Region or whatever nation, and they put their name in front of it. Don't do that, because psychologically it makes people believe that they can never have their own. So I called my team my tribe. The reason I called them my tribe is because they're my family. My core values, family, like family, loyalty, trust. And all of that, I just thought tribe is so what we are. I wanted to create a space where people could all back each other, support each other, and viciously, like we look after each other, we protect each other, we are there for each other, we are family. We have a very different vibe to a lot of teams. We're very close knit, and we're very honest with each other. They're my tribe. So we have a team Facebook page where I put trainings up, we ask questions, we put anything we need to know. It's community, it's encouraging, you know, all of that. They're my tribe. So what I do is when I've got a new prospect and they watch the information video, I will add them to that Facebook page. They're not allowed to like anything, to comment, but I will add them just for a week so they can have a look exactly how the business works. Some people's objection includes, well, I don't think I can do it, right? You know, I just don't know enough. They don't realize, especially with my team, how supported they're going to be, how loved they're going to be, how you can pop up a question on our page and in 5 minutes there'll be all these people who've helped you. So I want them to look at my tribe vibe so they can see the support, they can see how the trainings, they can scroll through, watch a few of the videos. Again, it's my team, my vibe, so I need them to self-select themselves in or out. If they're not the right person, they will know that. It's a lot easier them selecting themselves out than me trying to figure it out, because I don't necessarily know them yet. I don't know where their commitment level is. I don't know what their personality is like. So by giving them access to that for a week, they get to see what it's about, and there's nothing hidden. I'm very much about educating your prospects instead of convincing them. So the more you can give them up front, the better. So when they do commit, they know exactly what's expected of them. They know exactly what it's going to be like. There's no surprises. Okay, yes, I add prospects to it. Got it? Answer that. Okay, perfect. All right, does anybody else have any more questions about cold market? Has this been useful to you? If it has been useful to you, I would love for you to actually get out of your brain one thing that you've taken away from this, what your biggest takeaway is, what you're now going to action, what you're now going to change. I want you to comment something, because when you actually write something down, it changes the way your brain works and actually downloads information and anchors it. So if you've been watching this, oh God, this motorbike guy, perfect timing. Stand by. I want you to write down one thing that you've gotten out of this. And if this has been useful, please share it with your teams. Like, I'm all about it. Like, I know, this is just free content for you, but share it with your teams. Encourage them to build their cold markets as well, because it's going to take all the pressure off them as well. Now, I don't know if you guys saw or heard, but also I am actually launching my first, oh my God, can you just like leave, please? I'm launching my first live event. Yay! You guys have been asking for it forever. It is in Australia. It's not in the States yet. I realize a lot of you guys are in the States, but we got to start somewhere. So my first live event will be in Sydney, Australia. It's on the 25th of March. It's myself and my coach and my absolute, I just love her, Lauren Hayes, who runs Moxie. You can check out her website, her Facebook page. She's got a lot of free content there too, so check out Moxie. And we're actually going to be doing a whole day of like, let's get shit done. So combining what I know about network marketing and what Lauren knows about the women's brain, we're actually joining forces to get you results on the day. Both of us are very, very results driven. So it's going to be an event where we're going to strip you apart and rip you apart with love. And there'll be a bunch of you in the room, so you're going to be doing it together, and we'll end the day with wine, don't worry. And we're basically going to be really fine-tuning your business. We're going to take away any blockages. We're going to talk to you about money mindset. We're going to talk to you about like talking to people, cold market communication, verbiage. We're going to give you so much that you can actually apply on the day. You're not going to be able to show up and pretend that you've done stuff. It's just not how we're going to work. So this is only for people who are really serious about actually, no, it's not going to be serious. It's going to be so much fun. But if you're serious about actually stepping up in your business, moving forward, if you're ready to be honest with yourself, if you're going to show up and you're not going to allow yourself to be vulnerable, and you're not going to allow us, and you're not going to be honest and communicate with us, it's not going to be for you. You're not going to get anything out of it. I'd rather you not come. But if you're open to this, and this is every company, every network marketing business, if you need help with this, if you need some of our vibe, if you just want that time directly with us in a room for an entire day, and the VIP ticket as well includes a dinner with us the night before. So if you want that like intense time, and remember, you can book me in one-on-one for a one-on-one call, but value-wise, it's going to be so much better for you just to come to this event and smash it out. Bring your teams. You're going to get a lot out of it. Yeah, so that's happening. So I've put the details on the Facebook page, but you'll also be getting another email if you're subscribed to my emails. Go to kataso.com, subscribe to my emails. I'll be sending out the actual landing page with more information, the agenda, all of that stuff will be happening shortly. So, any more questions? Don't be weird, chill out, and stay in courage zone. Yes, 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 yes. Tribe, not my team. Excellent. Be more chill. Yes, Kathleen. Lindsay, relax and just have a convo. Yes. Love your team culture as well. Thank you. What about Canada? If there's enough of you that want me to come to Canada, I can do a live event in Canada. Okay. Yeah, no, it's an actual live physical event. This training has been perfect timing. Thank you. I'll be sharing. Excellent. I'm so happy I could help you. Angie, wish I could go. I know. But if you guys find enough people, maybe will come to where you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to go to the beach now because it's like 45 million freaking degrees here in Bondi Beach in Sydney. And I live at the beach. So I'm going to go for a swim and get some vitamin D. But keep commenting on what you learned. You can watch this over. You can share it. You are not responsible for other success, Jordan. Absolutely. Yes. Sherry Jones, how many? How many what? How many what? All right. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye.